Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video talking about a floodable duck hunting impoundment that I built this spring. There's the pup. She's really the main inspiration for building this thing. But I got a lot of help on this, but literally by watching a handful of other guys on YouTube with some really good content. I just want to mention those names. Capper Outdoors had some good stuff. So did Tony Vandemore at Habitat Flats. And I believe it's a Wetland Mariachi Band. All had some great resources on building floodable duck hunting impoundments, so you can also check those out. But let me just describe briefly what I built here and a couple things that I would probably do a little bit differently if I could do this over again. So this is roughly 1/4 to 1/3 of an acre of floodable impoundment. It's basically in my backyard, so I'm a little bit limited on space here. I'm hoping to start on kind of the small scale here, hopefully learn a bunch of stuff, and then build a much bigger version of this on some hunting property we have a little bit further north here. I'm in the state of Minnesota, kind of in the northwest of the Minneapolis area. Duck hunting isn't the greatest here, so we need all the help we can get. But anyway, I dug this pond in conjunction with the impoundment, and that of course serves as a place to drain water in the spring, and of course that'll be my water source when I flood this back out come this fall. Now, I recently planted this with, I want to just point this out, this Guide's Choice by Biologic. It's basically just a mix of millet and sorghum. There was one other one I kind of wish I would have tried. It was something the same thing as duck hunting food plot mix, but it was by a company, I believe it's called Hancock's, and they had a couple extra ingredients like dwarf corn and buckwheat, and I don't know, it would have been kind of cool to have a couple extra things in here. Might try that next year. For my water control structure, I ordered a unit from a company out of Iowa called AgriDrain. Behind this, going through the berm here, of course, is a culvert pipe. Now, the main thing I would do differently here, if I could do this over again, is I would change my grade from the high spot way out here, the top of where you can see of the dirt down there, down to the low spot here. The difference is around 20 inches. I'd probably, to flood this entire area out here 100%, I'm probably gonna have to put about 2 feet of water, at least down in the low end here, to get all the way up to the top corners. If I could do it over again, I would cut that top side down about 4 inches and pull that down here, so I just had a little bit less grade. That would have also helped me on this side of things, where the pipe comes out. As you can see, we got about 1.5 inches of rain most recently. I should have thought this through a little bit better, but obviously your water level in your pond is going to move up and down with the rain. Now, I have a grade through the culvert, so I don't have water backing up, but obviously if we had 2, 3, 4 inches of real heavy rain, I'm going to be at risk of having some modest amount of water backing up into my impoundment here. If I would have had this simply 4 inches higher, this whole area back here would have had to flood in a major way before I would have had water backing up into my impoundment. So I think it's going to be okay, but if I had to do it over again, those are probably the biggest things I would change. Keep an eye on that grade and being cognizant of the drainage issues. So anyway, those are a couple things I learned. I'm really hoping this project works out. So like I said, I can replicate it on a bigger scale and also get some birds for this beautiful Chessie this fall. Looking forward to it. So best of luck, everybody else, in your own projects. Good hunting this fall.